coaches, I mean, first, the understanding is you got to know that most coaches make less than $20,000 a year. It's an overwhelming percent, over 80% of business coaches make less than $20,000 a year. That will also apply to people in the wellness and fitness industry. And so understanding that if you're over that mark, you're doing a phenomenal job already. Okay. I think the number one issue typically in a pivot in this way is they don't have a job currently of where they're making money, but doing the least amount possible to still overachieve. That means you're really good at what you do. And that's another ticket that gets you into entrepreneurship, because you're like, I can do better than all these other people at half the time and still get better results. Cha-ching. That's how you know that you're good and you should go be an entrepreneur, more than likely. But if we follow that pathway and go to the next stage is like, okay, if I'm generating my own business and I'm doing well, I got 4 clients, they're each paying me $20,000 a year. If you're not saving for taxes, you're going to screw yourself. Oh, yeah. So this happened to me huge, because the first year, remember, we went hockey stick, right? So like 0 to 2 million really fast. I paid $108,000 in taxes, in federal taxes, my first year in business as an entrepreneur, which was more money than I made the year prior, like at a job. Okay. So that was really hard, because that was almost a month's worth of revenue that I didn't expect. And what did I do? I just took all the revenue and just dumped it on top. Right. And said, God, I hope that never happens again. And what happened? It happened again. So that is definitely
right now are just laughing their asses off, man, because we've all fucking been there.
Oh, dude, funny. It's so brutal. It's so brutal.
It's like, how could you not have known that? It's like, oh, you squatting heavy weight, you pulled your groin again. You should probably stretch. You know? Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So that was one of the lessons learned early on. And yeah, I would say the last one is most people still don't create enough content. And that's the one thing. We have a process that we've leveraged and taught, I don't know, thousands of people at this point on how to create the right type of content, which is really like, again, in amplifying the human behavior side of content. A lot of people just go for the jugular. Hey, what's going on? Just pop it on here, just like go buy my shit. And everyone's like, I don't care.
Right.
When you understand that empathy is a superpower, it's a weapon in a positive way to go against the opposite. So if you want to help people gain confidence, if you have empathy with where they're at right now and their discomfort, then go to battle with them towards their discomfort, right? That's true empathy of understanding. So ask yourself the question, who am I? What am I experiencing right now? Like what's going on inside of my body? What's going on inside of my heart? When you can get to that level with somebody, you can go to bat with them. And then the whole like, well, I don't know how to sell more deals. Well, it's because you're trying to sell deals. I mean, if you guys remember Circuit City, okay, I'm going back in some time really quick, but for a 5-second story, which is now common Best Buy for people who don't know what Circuit City is. I was number 3 salesperson in that company. And I worked part-time. Number 3 in the entire company. I had like 20,000 employees. What was so special about that? I don't know. I just understand people. My brother would get so pissed. He was on the same team as me and I'd outsell everybody by about 2x, 3x. And he'd be like, he's talking to my dad. I don't know how he does it. He like doesn't even know what he's talking about. Right. This is me at 16, 17 years old. This is how far back this goes. And my brother's like, I know everything about contrast ratios and all the differences and how many HDMI ports, whatever. And I talk to them. I'm like, do you like watching sports or movies? They're like, movies. I'm like, sweet. What's your favorite movie? Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's how I did it. So it's the same thing, like I've been told like enrolling is one of those things I'm really good at when it comes to in the coaching process is like helping other people get more people enrolled. How do I do that? Because I just encourage people to have human conversation. There's no magic bullet. It's just like in fitness, eat well, exercise. Here's your plan to do that. Here's accountability to do that. Skills training, accountability, and mentorship. A lot of times I'll say, screw the skill because most people don't need it. Belief, accountability, and mentorship. Those are the things that actually move the needle. So that's what we need more of. And so that's the big idea, dude.